Bowl.
Come on, Tom. Yeah, did you tell him?
Brother, my team. May went to Superstar, Polk went to Superstar. I'm cooked,
Actually,
bro.
you have
Duggar went
to honor those
Superstar.
devs. Or
I
no,
wish
you
I
don't.
could.
You don't. You don't.
No, I can't. I can't keep these devs. I have to strip all my superstars, which is 3 fucking players. I want to kill myself. Hey now, don't treat me
Where's Tom?
so
Oh man, oh.
hey
Hello.
now,
All
hey
What's
right.
now.
good?
Let's play a
Yep.
Super Bowl. Why not?
Yo,
All right.
All right.
fucking 3 players.
All right. Let's
Hey
go.
now, hey now. Damn, Jabril Peppers an 87 overall. He's about to get murdered by regression.
It has been a season of ups and downs.
Good afternoon, NFASL. It is my distinguished honor and pleasure to present Super Bowl 59 here from New Orleans, Louisiana. NFASL Super Bowl, I think we're well into the 60s, probably in the 70s by this point. It is the Green Bay Packers against the Cleveland Browns here to crown ourselves a champion here in Season 1. I'm Thomas Jones IV, joined alongside Coach Bacchus as well as Coach ATK of the New England Patriots. Three-man booth today as Cleveland will get the first crack at it here. It'll be Deshaun Watson, Nick Chubb, Amari Cooper, and David Njoku against a sneaky good Packer defense.
A fast Packers defense, which is I think is one of the most important things when it comes to guarding Coach Bishop.
So this drive will start at the 30-yard line for Green Bay. Defensively, offensively for the Browns. Motion man there is Njoku as the screen pass is all over. Ooh, we almost had a pick six in the opening play. Cooper reading that well.
You know, I don't want to say this, but I feel like Coach Bishop sometimes, premeditates his play calling. He started the game off against me first drive with an early halfback slip screen, very similar to that. Wonder if that's something that he just wanted to get going real early.
Again, this is the swan song for both Watson and Nick Chubb as the second down play goes nowhere, maybe a yard, as Cooper has been busy on the opening possession.
Now, excuse me if I'm just naive. Is Edgerrin Cooper a rookie? Because he is
Yes, he is.
flying to the ball right now.
Yes, he is. He is their, I believe, their first or second round draft pick out of Mississippi State. Big selection there to go along with Quay Walker. Here's third down. Here's a throw across the middle for Jerry Jeudy.
Ooh.
They acquired him with a trade with Denver in the offseason, and a 24-yard pickup on third down moves the chains for Cleveland.
Yep, great throw and great audible there pre-snap by Coach Bishop. Deshaun Watson hitting him right in the butter there. That was nice.
Watson immediately leaves the pocket. He'll take off. He scored a touchdown against Baltimore this way last week. He'll get 13. And we have an injured Cleveland Brown. I believe that is their best offensive lineman, Wyatt Teller.
Wyatt Teller. Yep, that's who it looked like.
Ooh.
It is Wyatt Teller. He is gone, so that is something you're going to have to watch out for. Kenny Clark could be coming in here. Oh,
Watson
there
on
he
right on
is!
cue. Ball is out, and the Packers have it. I think that was a clean fumble, ATK.
I think it was too, and he has bruised ribs, a re-injury risk of high. You got to remember, guys, we are in progressive fatigue as well. We're in 20 games this season. That is something that we definitely must monitor a minute and a half into this game.
Looks like they reviewed it, and he was down. So
Yep.
it's going to be a sack for Watson. Browns will retain
Yep.
possession, avoid disaster in the opening drive. They will still have the ball in Packer territory, but again, right on cue, Kenny Clark gets home after Teller gets injured.
It is honestly like clockwork. And you got to like this if you're a Green Bay Packer fan. Cleveland has not been behind the sticks much this playoff run. But, I mean, excluding behind in the scorecard. Another screen, though. Oh!
And again, you see the Green Bay Packers, they did their homework in the 2 weeks between the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl, jumping those screens.
Yeah, you really, I mean, Coach Deuce definitely has been watching some tape here. Bishop destroyed me, hitting the flats quick. I mean, against a quicker defense compared to the New England Patriots, you know, you're a Green Bay Packer fan. This is exactly where you want to be. Get off the field here and see what you can do on offense. Oh, he's throwing it to Jair.
Double coverage is incomplete, and it looked like it was Javon Bullard who was in the vicinity. So 3 and out for Cleveland, and Green Bay gets to stop defensively to open up our Super Bowl.
And the funniest thing, about special teams now is the new camera angle that EA just decided to add in for some peculiar reason. They
So
got
here is
Trayshawn
the
Nixon.
punt. Yep, Keyshawn Nixon has got it
Keyshawn,
12. And it will be Jordan Love, fresh off of the thrilling comeback victory against the Philadelphia Eagles last week. And again, that NFC Championship game was just spectacular.
Yes, it was. Coach Juice showed, and Jordan Love showed some true grit there at the end of the game. That was a very impressive game. Him and Coach Bacchus went back and forth there.
Yes, they did. And in the meantime, I'm trying to find what Super Bowl this is in NFASL. It's Luke Musgrave for a first down across the 35.
Ooh.
And he starts dancing at
it looked like
that.
He tried to hit a stutter step or started dancing.
Either
Coach
he hit a stutter
Deuce brings
step or he started doing
theatrics.
the Kimosabe dance.
I like it, yeah.
Doom, 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 doom.
Coach
Yeah, that one.
Deuce and the theatrics, my friends.
Let's see, Hall of Champions, so we at least know what Super Bowl this is.
Gosh, I want to say this is like 63.
Good play there from JOK, your boy from Notre Dame, getting in the seam route there against Christian Watson. Incomplete pass there.
You know, what are your keys to this Green Bay offense? In my opinion, it's all about balance. Coach Bishop throws a lot of disguised defenses at you. He's got an elite front seven, so balance to me is one of the more important things in today's game. As the run gets stuck there for no gain.
I think that's a good question, and believe it or not, we are actually lined up exactly with NFSL in real life. This is Super Bowl 49 in our league as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. As
Well,
you're
Watson-
looking for Watson against Newsom, the ball hangs, and then nobody's going to make the catch. It'll fall incomplete, and a quick 3 and out. And to be honest, what Jordan Love just did is the key to the game right there. The middle of the field, when you're seeing that press man coverage, it's going to be, you're going to have to take some shots. You obviously have to figure out when in the game to do it because you can see the risk reward, but that's how you beat a team. If they're going to play up line of scrimmage, you make them pay.
Yep,
Browns,
I
of
could
course.
not agree more there.
Same thing for them. You know, if a team is expecting you to throw short, you start getting some counters in and you start sending the ball down the field, as they've tried with Amari Cooper, I believe, earlier in the drive. So expect to see some deep shots in this Super Bowl. Again, this is the last game for both these teams this season. Got to end with a positive note, as they'll start with a throw. This pass is hauled in, and that is Elijah Moore up to the 34. So Nick Chubb only 1 carry so far. And he'll get carry number 2 right here, and he'll have first down yardage as he shows off the strength. He took down an O lineman, a D lineman, and the ball judge official, picking up 12 yards and gets up swinging too.
Cleveland fans have just got to be thrilled that Nick Chubb has decided to stick it out with them. You know, he gets hurt, then gets traded, still coming back and having an absolutely electric playoff run.
Again, immediate roll from
Coach
Watson,
Bishop
breaking
loves
tackles.
to do that.
And he'll pick up
picked
the first
that
down.
trend quickly. He did that against me a couple times. Just wonder how the O line there. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on 5. Watson's just a little quicker, I guess.
Yeah, and it's a good play there from Watson. He sees the user linebacker having to cover a deep crosser, so he knows that part of the field is going to be open. Watson off play action again, deep crosser. This is Jerry Jeudy inside the red zone for the first time today. His second big grab, and Cleveland's got something cooking here.
Yeah, that was a nice throw. That was a very nice throw by Watson there. Good read by Coach Bishop. Pressure was coming, so Watson, he stood there, took a hit, and delivered a nice throw.
And again, that was a nice tendency breaker. Again, Cleveland likes to run the ball in first down, as most teams do. And that was nice to see some play action out there, rip off a gain of 35.
That was smart.
It's time to go back to Nick
Mamma
Chubb, and this time
mia.
the Packers all over it, led by Lucas Van Ness wearing the Ultimate Warrior eye paint. Loss of 2.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Let's see what they dial up here. I'm very curious to see what Cleveland calls here. He was throwing some really nice stuff at me in the red zone when we played.
Be another inside carry for Nick Chubb. He can't get away from Cooper, who made the tackle while being blocked into the ground there. Tough animation there, and it'll be 3rd down and 11. This is where the drive stalled out before. It was once they got into Cleveland got into Green Bay territory, the defense stood up. Watson takes the quick throw. It's Chubb. Can he break a tackle and find first down yardage? He cannot. Nicely done that time by Valentine. That's Valentine, excuse me, as it will. All right, the Browns are going to take the points. It'll be Hopkins on for a about 25-yard attempt. Chip shot here, and it's right down the middle. Cleveland up 3-0 early on here in the first quarter of Super Bowl 49.
Yeah, I figured Coach Bishop there would elect to take his three. He is he's aggressive when he wants to be, but for the most part, he's one of the more conservative play callers, in my opinion, here in the NFASL. But he is playing complimentary football, so it's got him here. He's playing well. That was a good drive right there.
And again, having the ball first, again, you always want to try to play ahead, knowing that Green Bay will
100%.
get the ball to start the third quarter. So,
Yep.
again, and I did say 49. It's Super Bowl 59, as it says on the field here, so it should be easy to call all game long.
Hey. Yeah, I like how Caesar's what is this? Caesar's Superdome or whatever. This
Yes,
is
sir.
Nice. I like
Yep,
it.
they like what they've done with the place. Yeah, there were
Me
some
too.
renovations that Gil Benson did in the off season. Obviously, knowing that you're hosting the Super Bowl, you want to make sure the place doesn't look as old as it is. As Josh Jacobs rooming for first down yardage. This is his first Super Bowl appearance ever. Josh Jacobs, again, was in the dungeon of Las Vegas for quite some time, went to Green Bay in the offseason, and look what it did for him. It got him to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's got to be happy. He has really seen it all, done it all in NFASL, and the ring has eluded him for a very long time.
Josh Jacobs
Josh
on
Jacobs!
cue. He's free to the 30,
Dope it.
15.
Oh, that's
and
Newsome,
he's
isn't it?
going to be taken down by Newsome at the 11.
Oh,
It's still
wow.
an excellent gain, pickup of over 50 yards for Josh
Yep.
Jacobs.
That was smart. You get Coach Bishop there in the man-to-man, and they fell for the runoff there. They were running backwards, and Josh Jacobs was running down the field. That was a nice play call by Coach Deuce there.
Yep, again, a nice little counter there to the Cleveland Brown defense that has been so dominant in these playoffs. As you see, great tackle there made from Delpit coming down from the safety position.
And you gotta wonder just how much of that really was Madden, because he dove about 5 yards away from him.
Yeah, the dive tackle, it's one of those live long enough to become the villain. The Steelers loves dive tackling more than anybody these days. Jordan Love against double A gap pressure. We're going to see that a lot today as well.
A lot. Yep. Jordan Love has, they have probably practiced that all week. Disguise defense is one of Bishop's best things. I think his defense is very elite, actually. Despite what I was saying in the chat, being 100% honest, Coach Bishop's defense is very, very good.
And it's logical, too. I mean, you have this
is.
pass rush
Yep.
to go with the defense that they have in the back end. As this pass is caught by Jaden Reed for another short gain. Big third down play here. The Packers, again, that's historically reduced struggles is the goal line. I think that's an NFC North staple. But in that NFC Championship game was outstanding in this area of the field. Of course, winning the game at the 5-yard line.
Ooh, a play I'm very familiar with. Coach Deuce is dialing up here.
Yeah, the ATK special here. Love's going to try to run, and he's not going to find anything.
That was risky.
Lucky to hold on to that football. Greg Newsome again, who saved the touchdown on Jacobs. Remember that later in this game. Makes the play here on third down. And it'll take us to fourth down. And again, trading field goals inside the 10-yard line. Both defenses so far are bent, but they have not broken.
Yep, and I believe it was Coach KC. I think he mentioned a couple days ago that I think this might be the hardest Madden thus far to score in the red zone. It is truly bend but don't break, and I feel like a lot of defenses don't end up breaking here in the NFASL, at least this year, like I mentioned.
And I think that's a very powerful statement coming from Coach KC, again, having the Chiefs.
Me
If
too,
he can't score in the red zone, then, it's got to be really hard.
Honestly. But nonetheless, we've got ourselves a good first quarter there. I'm eager to see these next couple drives from both teams, because always pre-half, especially in the Super Bowl, that's where some games get lost and won.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, in most Super Bowls, it's always right before the half, because again, you're trying to get those extra possessions, trying to get the double down, the Belichick double dip, as it's called. Again, that short gain there is not going to work for Nick Chubb. Watson to throw. Great pass to Jerry Jeudy. He's got just one man to beat, and it was Isaiah McDuffie who saves a touchdown. Jerry Jeudy surprisingly been the top target today.
Yeah, that was another good play call, and just enough time to see his routes develop down the field. I think that was about a 20-yard pass in the air. That was another good throw, another well-schemed throw. But you gotta, if I'm Coach Bishop, you gotta throw another play-action pass. Deuce is selling out for the run on first down now.
Again, as you mentioned, another short gain for Chubb on first down. Quick throw across the middle. There's Amari Cooper as he enters into the fray. 9-yard gain there, 8-yard gain, and a manageable 3rd and 1 upcoming for Cleveland.
Wonder what the play call will be here. I'm assuming Nick Chubb's gonna try to get either a quick pass or some sort of inside handoff, especially on this 3rd and short here. Also want to watch Njoku if you're a Packer fan there. Njoku always seems to eat here on these 3rd and shorts. So he runs across the field in motion. Oh, he's wide open.
He's got Njoku, and this is incomplete, almost picked off. Bullard made an excellent run on that football, and it's now decision time for Cleveland.
Oh, man. Super Bowl. You just got to let your nuts hang here, man. Got to go for this, in my opinion.
Browns will do that, and Wyatt Teller also checked back into the game, and he's looking pretty crisp right now, working on Kenny Clark. Run up the middle for Chubb. He's got the first down. Might be by an inch or two, but that's good enough to keep the chains moving and this drive alive for the Browns.
You got to respect Coach Deuce's efforts there. He did the same thing Coach Bishop did. It was an early, quick dive.
Off play action. Watson trying to find something.
Beautiful
Cannot, and it's
user by
Edrin
Coach
Cooper.
Deuce. Oh, that was beautiful. He looked like he shot out of a cannon. Oh, they're jawing on with each other. It's the Super Bowl, baby.
That's right. Watson and Cooper letting each other know that we will not be sending each other our jerseys after this one. Watson, complete, and down immediately goes Njoku as he was working on Quay Walker. Had a couple interceptions last week off Jalen Hurts.
And Deshaun Watson is throwing with a lot of lead here in these playoffs. I've seen Coach Bishop throw that pass a bunch come this playoff time, and Watson's been putting them absolutely on the numbers.
Again, play action. This throw not on the numbers.
Not at all.
After converting a 4th and 1, the Browns are going to have to settle for 3. So Packers defense, for the 3rd time, they keep these Browns out of the end zone.
And this is, honestly, I think this might be the drive of the game. You're 6-3, 4 minutes left in the first half, and you're getting the ball back. If I'm Green Bay, definitely gonna try to get a touchdown here. That could blow the game open, considering we've just had 3 field goals thus far here in the first half.
You always forget how many people watch the Super Bowl stream. In the chat, KC said it's either that or I'm ass in comments to the red zone thing. It's definitely not that you're ass, man. No, it's hard to score in this red zone.
It is, yeah. Unless you have a Josh Jacobs, Nick Chubb. Just an absolute bell cow.
As you look at Josh Jacobs, not going to be able to get yardage there. And I like the play call there because remember last week in the NFC Championship game, they started with that end around. So just trying to show different counters and wrinkles off of plays that were called early in the playoffs. Always fan to see that.
You got Christian Watson lined up in the slot here.
Yep, and incomplete. It was Myles Garrett who ended up the free rusher there. Looked like Josh Jacobs was not able to scrape over to pick him up in time.
Gosh, if Coach Deuce would have had a half a second more, R1 was about to come absolutely wide open 25 yards down the field on that wheel route.
Well, here's a big 3rd down. Love looking over the middle. It's complete, and I believe that penalty is going to be on the D tackle, Michael Hall.
Yep.
Shades of Gabe right there. Looks like the Browns can't help themselves with the D tackle drop in coverage.
Awesome. Yeah, nope. I really thought Coach Deuce was going to go to Watson there on that comeback. Watson ran one of the crispest routes I've seen all Madden.
Well, Browns defense
Huge
give
conversion.
up the... Yes, it is. As now it'll be Jacobs fighting for yardage, and he turns what could have been a loss into a pickup of 5 as we hit the 3-minute mark.
I mean, I honestly think he just gained 8 yards after contact right there. That was very impressive.
I formation here on 2nd down. Love will go right back to the well, and dive tackle.
I just can't stand that. I can't stand that. That is the cheapest thing in the game right now.
Yeah.
And it's every time you run up the gut and you have a chance to shoot a gap, you can just bail yourself out 100%. Thumbs down from me. Thumbs down from me, man.
And I'm curious if we see an adjustment moving forward. If people start hurdling against that, if that works.
Coach
or
Deuce?
do you get caught into a like a spine buster situation?
I would bet so. With Madden, physics just aren't a thing. So, and logic.
Oh, that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And again, Green Bay playing it safe on 3rd down. They went back to the run, and the Browns were all over it. But they again, you see a team run on 3rd and 5, that kind of tells you that they're going for it on 4th down, and Green Bay's going to do just that here. At the 45 of Cleveland, big play.
Yeah, and you got to wonder if Jordan Love audibled there. I mean, that front looked like it should have been able to get ran on until, you just get the square tackle into the legs and he flips over.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on
On 4th down and 3 here.
They'll go for it. Love.
This time the Browns are going to
Great
sell out, and they have
throw.
yes it is, wide open is Romeo Doubs for a Green Bay first down to the 23.
And I do think that was the correct read. It did look like Circle and R1 were running almost just seamlessly by themselves, but I do think Circle had a deeper safety. Yep, okay, cool. I was going to say he looked like he peeped in late there in the screen. That was a great throw.
Yeah, so right there the Browns were in that cover 2 drop back coverage out of the mid-blitz look. And yeah, that safety took the streak route, so again, nice flood concept there from Deuce to hit the out.
Yep, that was a good throw, as Coach Deuce has actually taken his frustrations into the chat, calling Coach Bishop a loser. We've got some bad blood early on. We're going to wonder if these coaches shake hands after this game. I would be willing to
unlikely.
say no.
I would say unlikely. It seems that all of Bishop's opponents in the playoffs have had that disdain towards him at the end of the game.
Yeah, I plead the fifth.
I'll say, me personally, I don't care. Like I said, I'd much rather be sitting up here in the
I have such a
booth.
stinky team anyway. I'm
Exactly.
happy I
Yeah,
get to
you
watch a
12
good
and 5 with the
competitive bowl.
Pats. Yeah. Oh, that's a dangerous throw, but Dobbs makes the catch. Looked like it was headed for Devin Bush's hands.
And you gotta wonder if Coach Deuce hit the wrong button there. I thought Musgrave was about to come wide open about 7-8 yards down the field there in that little quick out. Or quick
Yeah, that's a
corner,
real
nonetheless.
possibility. Yeah, I could see that because, Musgrave was so important last week in the NFC Championship game. 6 catches.
Yeah, Coach Deuce and his tight ends, man. I gotta say, he was beating me up last year with Zach Kuntz. Oh, that's a great run call.
Ooh, did too much there with Josh Jacobs.
I could not
Yeah.
agree more there. I think you just run that straight in. If he hits you, you spam either truck stick or X.
Yes, sir.
100%. Last time out, though, from Coach Bishop, so you wonder if Deuce, tries to play this a little aggressive, all while chewing clock.
Because here you can, yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's out of timeouts. That's exactly what he's doing. QB sneak on first down, get it down to a minute. And these are the things that you could do at any playoff game, but especially in the Super Bowl, the way you manage the end of half, like we said, this is what wins or loses the game.
A little closer. Here's second and goal.
I mean, it also helps when your opponent's in the chat fighting with Icy and not paying attention to the game.
100%. Coach Icy. He's good at getting under people's skin.
This run goes backwards, and again, maybe Josh Jacobs is having himself a Brandon Jacobs moment from Super Bowl 42, where it looked like he should have scored and didn't, and it ended up costing the Giants a big possession there early in that game. So now 3rd and goal. Backed up from the 5, and I believe Bo Melton has checked into the game. Yes, Bo Melton, number 80. And they're going to call an end around for him. There was the play that they had with Jaden Reed. Oh, and JOK had none of it. And yet again, Cleveland's defense makes a stop at the goal line.
I don't know how to feel about the play calling there. In my opinion, you just got to go for Coach Bishop's head here. You just got to. But nonetheless, pending a disaster, we're going to have a tight game going into the second half. Packer ball.
Yep, as Narvison will make it academic. We go into the halftime break, 6-all. And again, real-life Kendrick Lamar will be performing not like us around this time of the game. Again, unfortunately, we don't have that kind of budget, so we asked Christian to do it for a bag of chips. He, of course, agreed. So Hefty Lefty's going to take the stage real quick. We'll exit stage left here as we take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Keys to the second half here, ATK, as we're back from Super Bowl 59 here from the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans.
Keys to the second half. If I'm Green Bay, you got to keep running downhill hard on those first down runs. Get them behind the sticks. And on offense, honestly, I want to see a shot early on here. I really do. I want to see you get a little aggressive. Coach Bishop's going to start selling out for the run. I think Jacobs is averaging like 8 or 9 yards a carry, and it's not been I mean, it was on 2 chunk plays, I believe. Uh-oh.
Yep, and on
Uh-oh.
cue, here's the shot play you're looking for as Watson is able to
Oh,
hold on. Newsom in coverage.
man. You gotta wonder if that post route came across Watson's, or excuse me, Jordan Love's vision there. I was totally. Look at 80. He has at least
Yeah.
a step on him if you pass lead that.
Now,
Good
what
play
I will
nonetheless,
say, yeah, it's a great throw. What I will say, as tempting as that is, I
Oh!
promise you, a great block. See, I saw a couple of pancakes.
Oh!
A.J. Dillon is loose.
A.J. Dillon!
5, touchdown,
Oh, he
Green
hits him with the
Bay.
peace sign. He hits him with the peace sign. This place is rocking now. Uh-oh. I don't think A.J. Dillon's done that in his entire career.
Not
What
since
was that, a
Boston
60-yard
College.
run?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that's a
not
60-yard
since
run.
college. My goodness. Well, there's the shot
Unreal.
play you're looking for, and it turned out to be the spell back to Josh Jacobs.
I cannot lie. That was almost as a perfect offensive drive as I've seen all year. Get down there in the heavy look. You hit him with the play action, then come right back to it. I think Deuce's left guard was 10 yards down the field pancaking people, and that is not an exaggeration. People
Yeah, and
were
I want to
getting
go back to. Oh, go ahead.
steamrolled. No, go on. You're good.
I was gonna say I wanted to go back to the play action play because it looked like the Browns were in cover 1 with the old moon defense, safety at the line of scrimmage,
Yeah,
jetting back. I
Yep.
think if you throw that post route, Denzel Ward's gonna pick that off just because of how many of these deep passes are gonna be thrown.
True, and
So
you know that's honestly a great point. How many times has that bit most of us just right in the butt? Yeah, and like you said, you don't want to come, facing yourself down the barrel early on in the first quarter. So I mean, Deuce just diced up an amazing drive there. Something I also want to point out, I don't think Coach Bishop has clicked on one single time this playoff run. He waited until then to do it and got absolutely eviscerated in the opening. I mean, absolutely cooked. And
Yep,
is
as
that
Watson had
Rashawn
nowhere
Gary?
to go. It is superstar Rashawn Gary. He had a
He
renaissance
shot out
season
of
last
a
year.
cannon there once Deshaun Watson tried to extend that play. This is a huge play here. This is huge.
And Watson will wait.
Oh, he's
by
got
time
him
over
where
the
he
middle,
wants him.
and it's incomplete. Was that looking for an Njoku or was it for a Cooper? Either way,
I think
find
it
both
was
of
for
them.
Cooper. I do think that was for Cooper
well.
as we have our first pause of the game.
I was saying we're
Coach
about to
Bishop.
find out.
Yep, let's go into the chat and see what's going on.
We're about to get an answer here. Yeah, he's probably asking if he can go for this, which the answer is no. This is going to have to be a punt. And, yep, that's what it was. Quick unpause here. Don't worry, our chat deputy, Icy, and Conk are all over it.
Yep.
Cody Bojorquez, punt number 2 today. First one for 50 yards. This one will be fair caught at the 28 by Nixon. And let's see, can you double down here for the Packers?
Browns have played behind a couple times this season, but it's just different in the Super Bowl, man. It really is. Oh, another end around. Oh.
And Melton is going to get up to the 30. And again, I don't know if this is an NFC North thing or if this is just what Deuce and Conk like doing, but you notice how you're not seeing juke moves, spin moves from Green Bay. I think they're on conservative there with ball carrying.
Yep, it looks like Coach Deuce turned on conservative because he is just absolutely swerving. Oh, my.
All right, so pick up of 2 there as they went back to end around inside zone again. And Jacobs is still so tough to bring down. It takes 2 Browns defenders to make the tackle. And quickly 3rd down, but just 3 yards to go for the Packers.
Yep, and you gotta wonder what the play call will be here. 3rd and 3. Looks like 3 down linemen, all big dogs as well.
Love
Oh my
looking
gosh.
deep down the field for Musgrave, and
He's got
him
it! He's got it!
at
What
the
a throw!
30-yard line. First down, Green Bay. It was a yellow throw. We've seen Love miss those deep passes, a couple missed opportunities against Philly.
Look at
But
the
he hooks
tackles,
up there.
man. The tackles were just working right there. And I gotta know, who was in coverage there? Because it doesn't seem like Coach Bishop's linebackers get beat that badly. So really wondering who's in... Oh my God! Did you see
we
what I
it
saw?
too. Yeah, circle. It is
Yep,
by
he had-
himself.
Look, I mean, it was a cover 2 defense as well. The safeties came down a little bit, and just that over the top was absolutely butt naked. Oh man, that's something we definitely got to watch out here for if Coach Deuce doesn't end up scoring 6, because that was walk in. He was hitting the Tyreek Hill again.
Love again on second down. Now Love starting to miss some throws here. And I will say I would have missed circle too every time I
Yeah,
play these games. It's when you're playing, you
100%.
miss the throws, you're watching,
Yep.
it's so easy to
It's
see
so
it.
much easier, yeah. I mean, the pressure's on for these two fellas. Like I mentioned earlier, they both had pretty great seasons, so the pressure is certainly on. Coach Bishop trying to get his first one, and Deuce trying to join the illustrious 3 club.
Third down and 10. They'll call Josh Jacobs' number, and he'll get on the edge. Can he
That's
be
a
doped
touchdown.
into the end zone?
That's a
Yes, he
touchdown.
can. Touchdown,
What?
Green Bay.
Wow, wow. And the mid blitz, that's what should happen on mid blitz, man. Your tight ends, your linemen, they run a nice sweep. Everybody's out. Man, Josh Jacobs did an amazing job there getting to the outside. That looked like a college football run.
Yeah, that was an excellent run there from Josh Jacobs. And again, we need to mention this man has been in misery for years and years and years with the Vegas Raiders. Finally gets free, goes to Green Bay, and in his first season is part of a huge drive to give the Packers a 2-touchdown lead.
Yep, back-to-back touchdowns in, like, what are we, 3.5 minutes into the third quarter here? Whew.
Yes, we are. And I want to mention again,
baby.
You talk about the Browns, how they were able to come back. They were down 20-6 to the Ravens and came back and won that game down 13-0 in Kansas City wild card weekend. So don't count them out just yet, as this pass is incomplete. Excellent coverage from Walker.
Quay Walker on David Njoku. That is a matchup I honestly should have emphasized more. David Njoku has been his safety valve. He does a great job of getting him the ball and getting him out in motion. And now that's twice. Green Bay has beaten them to the ball or beaten Njoku to the ball.
Watson on second down. Running out of time, and this one's picked. Javon Bullard.
Oh, Deuce! You gotta house that. I think if you don't taunt Bullard's downhill running, you can walk that into the end zone. But I'm not gonna lie, Bishop, that looked a little Deshaun Watson-y. Nice throw.
Yeah. That was an old classic bait and switch, as well as the announcer jinx on my part of saying, don't count him out yet, throws a pick on the next play.
And Deuce is in the chat saying, GG, bro. Oh, this drive. Deuce is going to be whirling here. He needs... I know he's going to go for 6 no matter what. That's really how I feel. Man in motion, first time all game. Oh, he has it.
He's going to throw a red throw. It's a touchdown! Romeo. No Juliet needed here. Touchdown Green Bay, and they are opening a can here in this third quarter.
Coach Bishop has even basically virtually conceded. This is turning into a blowout.
My goodness. Jordan Love says, even if Deuce can't time the throw, I can.
That was that Romeo?
That was Romeo. That was Romeo Dobbs there.
Last year at the end of their season, he was having an electric playoff run. Had those couple touchdowns of real life against Dallas. Oh, yep. Man. He's building on it here in the Super Bowl. That Green Bay sideline is rocking.
And I do want to say that Coach Bishop against the NFC East this season, he did win only one of those games, and that was against the Giants. Got blown out by Philadelphia, blown out by the Cowboys, and then Moon beat him as well. Yeah,
turtle versus turtle. I'm sure Bishop was getting a big taste of his own medicine there. Moon is just about as complimentary as anybody, and like I said, as turtley. Oh!
Ooh, that should have been a house call as McKinney drops a pick six.
Oh, and Bishop's pausing again. I mean, you better just get DTR in there. The season's over.
I think that might be what the move is here. I think he's seen enough from Watson. That or he wants to just take a collective breath. Oh, asking what the no-huddle rules are. So he is able to start no-huddling from this point on, being down 3 scores. But, yep, so far a really bittersweet showing from the Browns. I mean, they went through, again, Kansas City, New England, and Baltimore, 3 users that have won multiple Super Bowls in this league, to get here. And Coach Deuce is just opening up a clinic right now.
Yep. And honestly, Coach Deuce pregame, before I was able to hop on and do abilities, he said he was feeling way confident pregame. I mean, he honestly, he texted me and just said, I'm a champ already. So you got to love it if you're a Packer team player here. I mean, your coach is bringing out that mentality. It's turned around in the second half.
As Njoku makes a great catch for first down yardage.
Yep, was he short? I thought he was short.
Yeah, we're
Got
not
the
going to get a
no
chance to
huddle, so,
review
yep.
it. Yep.
Nope.
Get that snap off, so that's moot at this point. Right back to the well. And again, we're going to see this for a bit now. The Browns are going to
Yep.
continue to use this
100%.
tempo.
Yep. And I mean, honestly, a thing that I haven't really talked about too much come
What a
this
play for
Madden.
Devontae Wyatt
No
there.
huddle, no huddle doesn't chew as much clock off as it did previously. Like he's only losing 5-6 seconds every time. I'm curious to see how much he loses here. He's gonna go no huddle and about 5 seconds again. Before he hikes it, it's gonna be about 10 seconds.
Ooh, this is
but we
going to
have
be a false start. Yep. I was waiting to see when that was going to happen.
Yeah.
As quickly as they've been snapping the ball or making adjustments there, you know, you was expecting the offensive lineman to start jumping.
And we have the luxury to see some substitutions here on Coach Juice's share screen. That's very smart, in my opinion.
Yep.
Keep the fresh bodies out here. That's why we've got the 53-man roster. You gotta love it.
And then for Cleveland to get a new play call in here, as this will be Nick Chubb, and he'll tiptoe the sideline at the 33 of Green Bay. How important is it here, ATK, for the Browns to finish this drive with 6 and go into the fourth quarter down just 14?
Yeah, I think the season's on the line right here. You don't get in the end zone, this game's ultimately over. You haven't been able to stop Josh Jacobs in that good throw. Oh!
But a greater play from Eric Stokes, who dislodges that football from Njoku.
And the speed on this defense, it's just honestly, it's unmatched. It is really unmatched. And, you know, Coach Juice does a great job of sending the right schemes and the right blitzes at the right time. That was another great play call.
As this throw is caught by Jordan Akins, the backup tight end.
Wow.
And he's out at the 2-yard line, as I would assume Njoku had to take a breath.
Yep.
So first and goal from the 2. 3:33 left to go, and you can see that was a great throw from Deshaun Watson.
I really think
under
that
pressure.
was strength versus strength. Quick throw from Bishop and a man blitz from Deuce. Like I said earlier, the speed on this defense is unreal, and Coach Bishop is one of the better quick throw quarterbacks here in the NFL. So.
As this pass will be sent to the cheap seats, so second down and goal after the pressure got there. Looked like it was Rashawn Gary waiting for Deshaun Watson.
And in my humble opinion, I don't think you need to be too pass-heavy here, man. You're at the 2-yard line. You don't want to take a chance of getting a sack and then be ultimately well behind the sticks on a third and very long from the goal line. We're going to see another pass, and it's going to be
incomplete. And that's great coverage there. Great coverage. They're down. Okay, we talked about how hard it is to score down here when you get to the goal line. Nick Chubb finally gets a chance on third and goal, and he is denied.
Uh-oh.
Ederin Cooper, and they're going to go right back to it.
Here.
Yep. And
he didn't get it. He did not get it.
Stuffed.
Oh, my goodness.
Stuffed. And the Packers get the goal line stand, take over at the 3.
And like I mentioned, man, you don't run the ball on third and fourth and goal when you haven't ran it. For, 2 throws there, when you have it manageable. You have 4 downs to get 2 yards. I don't agree with the play calling there, but I do think he was a little too worried about the clock. And Coach Deuce, I think this is dagger time. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
He's got a wide open receiver. It's Jaden Reed versus Juan Thornhill. And he breaks the tackle, but steps out at the 27.
And you know, you got to be upset, in my opinion, for Coach Deuce there, because the click-off literally looked like he had rocket skates in his shoes. He shot out of a cannon again after the click-off.
Yep.
That was a great throw. I thought he was going to go Watson on a lob throw. That was going to be absolute touchdown. But nonetheless, the safer read is sometimes the better read. You don't want to be too aggressive with a huge lead here.
Yep, as JOK, and again, as you expect, the Browns to be selling out for the run.
Yep.
Trying to force a turnover. Yes, it is, as we have just a minute and a half left in the third quarter. Packers have outscored the Browns 21-0 in this frame.
And I can't lie, this has been, I think, Coach Deuce's best quarter of all time. I really
pass
am willing
here,
to
caught
say that.
by Dillon. Short gain, and now it's put up or shut up time. 3rd down and 7.
If I'm not mistaken, it looked like he was going to come out and, got a shotgun look here. Curious to see how the Browns come and respond here. Musgrave in motion, too. Again, I think that's only the 2nd time this game.
He's going to go for Dobbs on the corner route. He's got him. Get off me, he says to Greg Newsome. Trips over him. Gets away from JOK.
Oh, my God.
And the cavalry gets there. But not
you got to
until...
wonder, was Romeo Dobbs thinking Super Bowl MVP on that run before he got brought down?
Oh, he was.
Because I think he may have been.
Yeah, he definitely was. And I'm not sure who they would give it to. It's been a good spread of touchdowns. He had Dillon with the long run. Josh Jacobs has one. And then obviously Dobbs to put the icing on the proverbial cake here. Fourth quarter. It is 27-6 Green Bay as we have just 10 minutes left of regulation in Super Bowl 59.
Coach Deuce throws in the chat, bro, they got little boys over in Cleveland. This has been a drubbing in the third quarter. An absolute drubbing, and piling it on poor Bishop. He is just going at him in the chat now.
Well,
Not sure
and
we've seen
again,
much of that after or during a Super Bowl, rather.
I was going to say, I think you were doing this to Brazy when you were whooping his little ass.
Yeah,
But
I definitely was.
I was going to say, this is why it's so hard to be a first-time champion, especially talking like you've already won. As, again, writing checks to your mouth that your ass can't cash. It comes back to get you, man, if you're not able to pull it off.
It is certainly a tale as old as time here in the NFASL, at least. I mean, even me, myself, I've done that countless times.
Yep, and again, we got Season 1 Deuce here looking to change his name to Trey, looking for that third Super Bowl to join, again, an illustrious club. As most of this league, there aren't many people that have 3 or more than that.
Yep, I'm about to be alone here in the 2 club, I think. I don't really remember who the active user still only has 2, but Deuce leaves the club. I'll have to join him at the new one.
8:45 to go. Motion man is Jaden Reed. He's going to get this jet sweep.
That was smart.
And he'll cut it up for short yardage. And again, this is still a 3-possession game, but this field goal is crucial in that it would mean you need 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions to tie the game.
Yep. And you saw Coach Deuce got himself off the hash there, made it just a right, almost honestly just like a PAT there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure who his kicker is, but that was easy.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you had things under control, not only were they able to hold on to
All right, Narveson, who again made it a 24-point game. Here is Jerome Ford. Good blocking there, and he's across the 35 to the 36. And for Deshaun Watson, this is his swan song with Cleveland. He, along with Nick Chubb, will be heading to Vegas at the end of this game. And, man, he was a magical run, but you knew that the clock was going to strike midnight eventually. And it's happened in this third quarter.
Yeah, I just think Coach Deuce, he just turned his offense, Coach Bishop's offense, into even more vanilla than it already is. Like, just letting him dump it down and then forcing him to kick field goals is massive. You don't want to play behind against Cleveland. Their pass rush is too good, and you don't want to be one-dimensional. And I feel like playing behind almost forces you to be one-dimensional, especially come Super Bowl time.
Yep, as again, Nick Chubb and Deshaun Watson are doing their audition for the Raiders next season here. So they hook up on another completion.
I wonder how Coach Joey's doing. We haven't heard anything from his mic. I wonder if he got lost in the chaos that is the Caesars Superdome. Oh my goodness. Nixon's on the field. He is running like crazy. He was running fast to tackle him.
What a throw.
He started on the right side of the field, ran to the left, ran back to the right side of the field, and got the tackle. And another false start.
He was doing Steph Curry off-ball moves there, as he was, like you said, everywhere.
Honestly looked like it. That was a warrior set from Deuce there. Dime warrior is what we're calling it here in the booth. That was funny looking, honestly.
Watson looking for something across the middle, and what a hit from Bullard. Had an interception in this game.
How many times have we seen that kind of concept from Coach Bishop here, though? Like, it's just the levels concept, trying to hit the flat, get a quick dump down. I told him, man, you got to be a little more aggressive in the playoffs. Like, oh, that was a great throw. That was a beauty.
So it was nice high pass to Njoku, and Cleveland finally finds Paydirt here. And now the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, I know clock is something Deuce isn't necessarily worried about, but just seeing that defense all red, you got to think next time if he does end up coming back on the field, you call
that's a great
call
throw.
a timeout to protect the defense, get them a little refreshed.
Yep, and we'll see a kickoff here, 6:10. This one mathematically isn't done just yet, but again, each and every first down by Green Bay will make it more and more unlikely that Cleveland can get this ball back.
Yep, smart from Nixon there, the all-pro returner who's just going to kneel it and bring the offense back onto the field. 6 minutes to go for Coach Deuce, and man, you got to assume he's going ecstatic on the sideline. Emotions are probably all over the place. He's ready to talk some smack. Season 1 Deuce. I mean, he's a mythical character here in the NFASL. He really is. After Season 1, he just disappears, and the next man will see him again. I mean, it's mythical. It's so wild to me. Coach Deuce is the best Season 1 player I've ever seen.
Oh man, I get that. I mean, I know Icy does make multiple Super Bowls, but I think what he does with the Seahawks Season 1 every year is pretty amazing.
No, I certainly agree with that, Coach Icy.
You definitely the last few years with these Patriot rosters, as Jacobs has got a first down, and that's 2 more minutes off the clock.
Coach Icy, another NFC user who runs a nice, tough defense, and then he just doesn't try to turn the ball over, play smart football. It's a tale that I think NFASL needs to get back to for the most part. Less throwing the ball 40 yards down the field and more being smart with it. But, hey, I'm just a commish.
A.J. Dillon who had the big touchdown. As you can see, the left side of that O-line, and it's really both sides, but that Zach Tom side of the line has just been absolutely dominant against the likes of Zadarius Smith, Michael Hall, and J.O.K. over there. It's been very impressive this afternoon. And putting the finishing touches here.
Ooh, we're going to see a play-action pass.
Yep, I like it. And it is caught. Oh, it's not. It's ruling it incomplete. Ooh. Honestly, I mean, what's a timeout to you if you're Deuce? You might want to challenge this.
I would challenge it. It looked like he got both feet in from our angle. Granted, it was a quick throw. Now they're going to call him out. No. Coach Deuce technically could go for this if he wanted to as well. I guess that's probably why he's chalking that up. Oh.
Ooh, can he now? Yes, he can. He's at back line of scrimmage. Yep, he still can.
But wow, I mean, that was you don't see a Jordan Love read option too often, but he made the wrong read. My share screen is glitching out hard right now. It looks like Whelan's bar is going like absolutely wild.
Oh, they're going to take the flag to back him up.
Smart. That's really smart,
Give yourself some more room to get the punt. Coffin cornered. And Whelan's second punt today, as Naheem Hines at the 15 awaits it. Taking down to 22.
Oh, excuse me, guys.
So last gasp here for Cleveland. Obviously, you have to score a touchdown here, 2-point conversion, and leave yourself time for a second opportunity to do that, as this drive will start with a Watson throwaway.
Oh, man.
If his guys could get open, you got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering.
It's a 3-man rush. Watson running out of time for Njoku. We have a penalty. Let's check the flag. Yes, it is on DeJuan Jones. Yeah, Ohio State Buckeye.
I mean, now that we have a little time to talk about the schedule here, it looks like we're scheduled for a Sunday draft. For those of you who aren't aware, shooting for 6 p.m. Just need you guys to continue to keep making those trades. That's a good throw. That's a great throw.
Touchdown. That's what that is, ATK. And the fat lady, a.k.a. Lizzo, has not sung yet as Judy runs out of gas at the 2.
Oh, Judy
runs out of gas.
Super Bowl. He's probably up well over 150 yards receiving, right?
All right. Now, here's the thing. You score before this 2-minute warning. Yeah. I mean, obviously, you need a 2-point conversion. Yeah, there's a lot that's left here.
We have ourselves a game.
This is a huge play. Yes, it is. Good call. Touchdown.
Was that cover 2?
Cleveland.
Yep.
Maybe a run commit there from Green Bay.
Could have been, but wow, like you said, we have, pending this 2-point conversion, this is huge.
Yeah, this is everything. This determines if the game is continuing or not. They're going to go on the ground.
It's not.
Chubb.
He got it! He got it!
I didn't think they would give that to him, but he is in.
No chance, bro. Hold your horses.
He is in.
Coach, so let's just rewind the clock here. Are you going for that at the 50-yard line? Just given your Super Bowl expertise here, I mean, I know that's
Yes.
something that I'm going for it.
Yeah.
I'm 100%
Yeah,
going for
I'm
it.
a-
I'm an aggressive player. I
Yeah, kill
understand the
shot.
punt, though. I understand, but exactly, like you said, you have a chance to really bury your opponent. Not that his defense hasn't done an amazing job. It's just you have the ball. I mean, but like we said here, this is huge. Clock stops at 2 minutes. Bishop has all his timeouts. This game is not over. Not even close.
Oh, man. Who would have thought?
I was certainly thinking that this game was going to be
Who
well
would've thought?
over.
All right, Cleveland. Here's your chance. Josh Jacobs, first down, hit stick by JOK, timeout, and just a gain of 2. So first play, we'll award to Cleveland there. Ah, man. And again, in a normal game, you run the ball again here to make them call a timeout, but I'm passing if I'm Deuce.
Me
I
too.
take
I'm
that
passing this
risk.
ball. Coach Bishop
Yeah.
has been fucked.
Well, doesn't matter if you can get
It's
a
a
game
touchdown.
like that.
Game's over. Game's
Josh
over.
Jacobs putting it in the winning column for Green Bay.
I don't know. If I'm Coach Deuce, I'm still running. I wouldn't dive. I would not have dived. I mean, you still, because I don't even think you're going to be able to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Coach Bishop calls another timeout. Still has a chance pending, absolute chaos. But this is Madden. This is what we signed up for.
That was a good call there. Inside zone.
That was a great call. He made me eat my words because I would have probably thrown the ball there 100%.
As this is Marshawn Lloyd.
Wow.
Yep, first carry today for him.
Is that USC running back, correct?
Yes, it is. Yeah, that's going to
that's
be
right.
the rookie. Real life, I don't think he's playing this year. I think they have him on IR.
Yeah, he's on IR. I believe he hurt his knee preseason.
That's someone
Or
we
his
won't see
hamstring.
until next Madden, and more than likely. But Josh Jacobs checking back in after the big gain. I think that's who we're going to give our.
Game's over.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs is getting the Super Bowl MVP. There it is.
There it is. 20 rushes for $183.
Yep.
That is about 9 yards a carry, guys. Maybe a little more than 9. I'm just merely guessing. But
And as great as Cleveland's pass defense has been, it was the run defense that, again, Derrick Henry had a couple touchdowns against them, and here Josh Jacobs ran roughshod all over this front seven. So we'll see if Cleveland addresses that in the offseason. As for Green Bay, at this point, we're just waiting to see the clock hit 0. Out of timeouts are Cleveland, so you just take a knee 2 more times, and Deuce and Season 1 Deuce will strike for a 3rd time in NFASL.
And man, like I said, he's mythical. Season 1, he is just on his P's and Q's. Coach Deuce had a great season, 14-3. I mean, I'm not even quite sure who he lost. He lost to Jeremiah.
He did. He did lose to Germs, had the loss week 1 against Joey, and I believe he lost the game to Conk as well. Those were his 3 losses. And for Jordan Love, looks like new coach does not make a difference, as he is about to be a Super Bowl champion once again. NFC North, again, we know what the Detroit Lions have done in the offseason. They most likely are going to have Shadur Sanders next year. Chicago and Minnesota decided to go with the D-line as their trades. And a little nugget, folks, we could see this as our Week 1 game next season. The NFC North and AFC North do play, so we're going to have a lot of fun matchups in that. Obviously, whoever Green Bay gets Week 1, Cleveland, if they don't play them, obviously the Steelers playing the Lions and the Bears will be fun. Obviously, Germs against B Greats, things like that. There's going to be some really good games across the AFC, NFC matchups. As we have reached triple zeros here. Again, I know there's still 13 seconds, but the play is not going to be called. Green Bay is your Season 1 champion with a final score of 30-22.
Yep, and I mean, like, all the money, Vegas has probably been robbed because Josh Jacobs' prop was probably murdered pre-game. And I would like to assume he's going to be hoisting the Super Bowl MVP trophy. As, like you said, Deshaun Watson and Nick Chubb end their Cleveland career with a loss in the Super Bowl. And I think Jordan Love has now won like 5 Super Bowls. Orange Gatorade bath. People are fired up about that prop bet as well.
And again, this is the first time that they've changed the Super Bowl presentation, as you see Randy Moss walking onto the field with the Super Bowl trophy.
What in the world is Randy Moss? What is he wearing?
Why the fuck is Randy Moss here?
Look at Roger Goodell. Boo! Boo!
Our Commissioner Moon handing the trophy over to Coach Deuce as
Coach
he hoists
Deuce.
his third championship banner. Look at the highlights
Congratulations,
here.
Coach Deuce.
There was the big play there, the touchdown to Dobbs, and a couple of touchdown carries, and there's the A.J. Dillon one that broke this bad boy open. That was our first touchdown of the game. The fumble that was not early on in the first possession, the Jerry Jeudy near touchdown to make it close, and that's all we got.
That was a good Super Bowl. I cannot lie. It got a little dicey there. Coach Bishop
Yeah,
fought and
bro.
clawed.
I don't know what the fuck happened on that bomb. I was literally in cover 4, and I don't know where my middle blew. I don't know what happened, but yeah, thank God, no harm, no foul. But I fucking told you, the guy went up 21. Like I mean, it got close there at the end, but yeah, this was a load-up game. But no, in all seriousness, Bishop played good, and I mean, he's a good team.
Until he threw that INT.
Yeah, that INT was bad, but you know, we'll see if he can keep it up next year. Fucking trade his team, but we'll see. We'll see for Mr. Bishop.